Hello Virgo, welcome to Spirit in You. My name is Debbie and welcome to your February 2019 reading. So Virgo, I hope you've enjoyed January. I hope that it's brought a certain amount of prosperity and a certain amount of perspective and a certain amount of positivity. So February, here we are. What I've done for you, Virgo, is I've put 8 cards down. I did draw a spirit animal card for you, which I'll show you at the end. But these cards are here now and I'm going to take a look at them and let's get on with your reading, shall we? It's really good to see you. Could I just say an enormous thank you. Thank you for your comments, for your likes and for these subscriptions. So you really did kind of engage with me and connect with me. I just felt so privileged. Thanks ever so much. It's just a lovely thing. Shall we kick off the reading? Look what we've got. Father of Swords. This would be the king. This would be the King of Swords. Look at him. Look how courageous he is. What a lovely way to start February. He's very insightful. He's very knowledgeable. You're very insightful. You're very knowledgeable. This is somebody that's like head of the family, knows his own business, self-employed, running his own business, head of the business, head of the department. As I said, father, head of the family. It's that kind of thing. It's you being aware of you. It's standing in your own glory. There's a sense of knowingness with this card. There's a strong sense of entrepreneurialness, again the business aspect, and there's a wiseness within this card, within you, as I get it. You see this sword here, sharp intellect. I know what is necessary. I have the wisdom to project my feelings. I have got to a certain stage in my development as a person, as a human being, as a cosmic being even, that this journey that I'm on makes sense to me. So there's a recognition in your ability, very sharp intellect, very aware. I'm getting a sense of somebody being particularly good on the computer, particularly good with data, particularly good with dates, reciting dates, historical dates, things like that. Just don't always need my diary because it's all in here. It's that kind of thing. And you know, keeping a diary as well, writing things down, having thoughts, ongoing thoughts about how you move forward. But this card, as you're going into February, shows a wisdom, an inner knowing, an understanding, and a leadership quality. And there's also, apart from the fact that this is a king in a sense, this is male or female for instance, but it's just being very strong in your understanding, in your perspective of how you maneuver through life. So you talk to people and you protect yourself with an understanding of what is needed, and more importantly an understanding of you, where you see yourself going. So I feel a real sense of being very artistically capable of projecting myself in my relationships, in my business, in my partnership, in my work, what I'm doing, and also being there's a strong element of a parental feeling with this because of the father aspect. So that kind of pulls me there of, you know, you could have your children, for instance, you guide them well, you want them to understand what society means, what it means to be a person on a journey in this world, the social side of things, sociology, that kind of thing. So a sense of studying here as well. This starts you off the month really well. This is you being you and doing it extremely well. How nice. And it's very, very interesting because I'm going to put them together now, but let me just get it out for there. So you've now got the mother of swords. So here's the father and here's the mother. So showing your propensity to have that masculinity and to have the femininity, okay? So male and female but joined, okay, because they want to connect. Running the family, running the household bills, running the business, being in a partnership. having that 360, that ability to look at what's going on. There's also an attention to detail very, very strongly with this. And we've got this mother aspect, and I've got to be pulled to the family again, that nurturing aspect, that ability to look after the children, look after everything that's important to you. You look after yourself really well, because I get a sense of, and this is really nice, I get a sense of quite a smart dresser. I've just got this vision now of you opening up the wardrobe and pulling out an outfit and saying, I like that. And I've also got the boots to match, that kind of thing. I've got the shoes to match. That's what it feels like. So this is you being sure of you. I'm at work. I am projecting myself really well because of my sharp intellect, which you had with the Father of Swords as well. So they're talking to each other. So it's both sides of you. It's you being really aware of who you are as a person. So on a business level, it's very, very promising, because it's all about the mind. And you know that the universe is mental in nature, that what we put out is what comes back. What we think, what we project is what's going to come back to us. So if you think it, it'll happen, and you know what you insist on happening, you know, will come. So it's that ability to talk about it, to know which direction that you're going in, and to be rather smart with it, smart in your appearance and smart in your projection. That's what I'm getting. So what a great way to kind of just ease your way into February. And then the next one, so we've got a big sword thing going on here. Now you've got the 4 here. So is it the 4? Oh, what am I talking about? It's the 7. I beg your pardon. So you've got the 7 of swords. So we've got this sword thing going through, which again is the intellect. It's the mind. It's the conscious conversation, as I'm getting it. So the fact that we've got these swords here, what this makes me feel like for you is that because you're aware of how you project yourself, and there's a 6th sense. So I know we've got 7, but you know 6 comes through what you do day to day, and your sixth sense is that if you see anything in your pathway, anybody that you're working with, anybody in your relationship, anybody that's you know part of your network, that's part of your connection in life, and if you feel that perhaps they're not being as straight with you as they should, then you'll call them out. That's what this feels like, because you're not prepared to take anything like that. You won't have any nonsense. And it also makes me feel as well is that whilst you're at work particularly, and you're concentrating and you're thinking and stuff's going on here, that don't forget that it can't be all work and no play. You've got to be able to kind of set things down at the end of the week and just relax. I get that. It's almost like I would like you to have a little bit more of a skip in your step, a little bit lighter. So let's not have too much of the mental stuff. Let's not have too much time spent in your head. Let's not overthink or over worry particularly, because worrying won't solve it. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's going to keep you there. And this is about moving forward for you because of the Father and the Mother of the Swords, the King and the Queen, the male and the female, that aspect. It's you being very aware of you and how you're moving forward in your work and in your life and in your relationships. So if something doesn't feel quite straight to you, if it's an approach that somebody's got with you and you think, well, I don't like your angle, I don't agree with where you're coming from, I'm sure that you will say so, and you will say so that it gets across without it upsetting somebody, because it's not in your nature to upset anybody. You don't want it to come over as sharp, but it does have to come over, doesn't it? So if this is something that needs to be said, say it. Deliver it in a way that this person will understand where you're coming from, and then you won't feel as if someone's being sneaky with you, because you will have called them out and you would have said, oh, that doesn't work for me. You see? And also number 7, it being a very spiritual number, I know that it's related to you. It's what's going on in your kind of inner circle. Okay, so if you need to say something and it requires a little bit of charm from you, I'm sure you're able to say it. That's what I'm feeling for it. For you. And then we've got, make sure I don't get it wrong again now. Whoops, I've just dropped it. Just bear with me. I'm having fun today, aren't I? Whew. I'm hot as well. Energies. 4 of Pentacles. Beautiful, look at it. Look at the way this moves. Look at the way that it goes round. Look at the colours. This draws me to you again, to your home. It draws me, and because it's a pentacle, they mean money. They talk about your material life, your worth, your standing, how you see things. And I talked about this sort of opening up the wardrobe and kind of looking in. Oh, what shall I wear today? And being sort of smart. It makes me feel as if the home, you like things to be comfortable. It doesn't necessarily have to be very, very smart and clinical and everything in its place, although I do get a sense of wanting to clean up here. But this is about it being comfortable. It's nice to come in at the end of the day and just place your stuff down and sit down, because you've been thinking and you've been working and you've been doing things. So this is you relaxing. It's also about the fact that the money element of your life, savings, things coming in, it's going where it needs to go. So I feel you feeling comfortable with that, sort of feeling, well, I'm getting this sorted now. I've got this plan. I'm saving the money I need to save. Work is doing reasonably well. Always I need to make sure there's more coming in, but I'm comfortable with it. And then if I turn this on its side, which is the way it makes me feel, that makes me want to be comfortable. So I'm getting a sense of, as you're going through the month, that the money's coming through. It's January's gone, we're into February, we're making plans and we're moving forward. So I get that sense of that. These colours here are your own personal energy, and it draws me to you drawing money out of what you're doing and then putting it to where it needs to go. Some of you are actually specifically saving for something because you realise the importance of that. So that's what I get when I get these pentacles, and it's for you. So I'm thinking about my home, I'm thinking about my security and my stability, that being very important to me, and the money's feeling good. So it could be that there's 4 things you've just done because of the number 4. There's 4 projects on the go, or you've sent out 4 invoices and they're coming back in, and you'll be getting that money coming in. That's what it feels like. Going into the 3rd week, we've got Temperance. So this could be as well, because it's the sign of Sagittarius. So it could be that there's, we've all got a little bit of everything in our charts, as people, we're every sign, but it could be that December being important and Sagittarius, it could be that there's a person in your life that's a Sagittarian that's coming in, that's around you, that's quite fired up, I'd say. And they've got a lot of energy, which would be fine for you to be around that person. But also Temperance draws you to the idea of keeping the balance. And I'm just going to go to the 4 of Pentacles, because I had the need to put the card like that. So that shows that, I want to balance things. I want to get comfortable with things. I want to lie them down and set them down and make sure that I've got that balance right. That's how that feels. So I'm kind of drawn to them wanting to connect over, because they're actually opposite each other. So they're looking at each other. One's looking at the other. So I'm getting that for you. Also, which is lovely. I mean, colours again, energy. The energy coming to you and you sending energy out as a person. So Temperance being a major card as well. So this could be that there's some changes coming in that requires some balance, that requires you to use your ability to keep things level, to keep things steady, to have that stability around your work, around your relationship, and to know that your foundations are exactly where you put them. The other thing about this is beautiful, because there's a bit of alchemy in this one as well. There's a little bit of magic, it feels like, a little bit of, I have what it takes to balance the books, not in any bad way balance the book. It feels like you've got an ability to make things happen, and you'll feel that. You'll feel like this sort of surge of, you know what, when I tap into me and into my resources, I can pull it out the hat. I can make it happen, which is where I get that kind of magical alchemy feel from. It's like you can not turn things into gold, but you are able to do something very well and make it go in your favour, as long as you keep the balance right. And I do believe you'll do that, because balance feels right for you. And I want to be comfortable is how I'm feeling. And this says that you can be, if you get the balance right. Yes. So, and more swords. The four again. So lovely sort of root feeling with that family feeling. Again, swords are about thoughts. So I don't want you over worrying. I don't want you overthinking things, because the swords will always say that, you know, we're spending a lot of time in our head. I remember I said about the universe being mental in nature, our thoughts mental in nature, that we can keep something going, we can keep a thought process going, good or bad, if we literally hold on to it. This draws me to the fact that a bit of relaxation is needed, a bit of meditation, a bit of just breathing, really, if things get too much for you. If, you know, with the 7 here, because they're kind of looking over at each other, these two cards, if you do feel as if, you know, there's somebody or something that's unnerving you a little bit or unsettling you, then go within, think about what's needed to approach this situation, whether it's at work, whether it's family life, whether it's sort of a business partnership, whatever that might be for you, what's going on in your life. It asks you to just think about it. Bring your awareness down from here, down kind of into your heart area. So coming from your sunny side, you know, your heart, your soul. So come from there and try your best not to let things get at you, in at you all the time, and bring that awareness down, because it is only up in your head. And the 4 would tell you that it's going to be better, because the 4 is a foundation. 4 is good. 4 is me standing up. 4 is me feeling good about it. It's also me sitting comfortably, so we get this kind of comfort feel. So if you feel that there's a lot of things on your mind and that you're perhaps overthinking, then address that and allow yourself to just let it go. Only keep what you need is the feeling with this. So be gentle to yourself, okay? And remember, a little bit of self-nurturing and a bit of self-love. You deserve that. And then we've got the Son of Pentacles here, sort of kind of going into the 4th week. Oh no, sorry, let's get that right for you. Have you got that? And this is lovely. So again, because it's a son and we've got the mother and the father here at the beginning, then we've definitely got a family element. So that could be that you're a family person, and lots of us are, and that your family are very dear to you, and of course they are, and why ever not. And it could also mean that somebody might need a little bit of help in the family, and that kind of figures, doesn't it? You know, as parents, we've got children that need a helping hand, and I always feel this with this card, and you may have even had it last month with that sort of sun element. And if that's the case, then it's steady progress. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day, and things take time to work out, don't they? But I like the Pentacle side of it. I like the fact that there's a money element here and that things will get better. So there's a youthful feeling to this. So it could be that you just need to tap into that element of you that just feels lighter, because the swords here are very much here, here, here. So, you know, when I talked about bringing your awareness down, so you're sort of centering yourself and grounding yourself as well. I'm getting the sense of Taurus here as well, the bull. So it could be that there's somebody that's around you that's a Taurus, and they've got that sense of that earthiness that you also feel. So this could be somebody that you'd be connecting with, and somebody you'd be having a conversation with, and somebody I feel you will be cooking a meal for. I'm getting a vision of a table and dinner being made, and you cooking especially for this person. It's just what's coming through. But there's a soft, gentle energy with this, but there's also a form of this is going to get better, and as it gets better, it will make you feel as if you're able to fly again. So if this is a person who feels a little stuck, they'll only be stuck for a while, because we always move on. It's an energy that's here and now, but it's not an energy that's going to stay. So it's moving through this situation, whatever it might be. It could well be that it's financial because of the Pentacles, but it could well be emotional as well. Just that feeling of being pulled down a little bit. So whatever this energy is for you, or this person that's around you, know that this will get better because it moves through the month. It's coming towards the end of the month. It's a phase and a moment in time. And so much so, just glancing down at your last card here, you've got the 6 of Wands here. So this is, and look at this butterfly. And butterflies are always about that transformation, those 3 stages. You know, it's almost like the beginning, the middle, the end, the 1, 2, 3. It's got a really magical feel for me. It's you transforming. It's this person that's in your life. It's this situation transforming and going through the stages to becoming the butterfly that wants to fly. Because I felt a sense of flying with this card, that it moves through and I feel like I've got my wings back, or this person will feel like they've got their wings back, or this situation will be lighter. It feels like that. Wands are very much around your goals and your desires, your dreams, work. You know, work's obviously important and we've got to get some money coming in, or we're trying to keep something going. Excuse me. Day-to-day routines of what we do, but it shows promise. The butterfly coming out, transforming, things getting better, moving through. It's a steady progression and a steady pace. It can't always be flying through, can it? You know, there's a level and there's a way of doing things, and this, through this month, is you starting with that assurity, and you continue through it. And if there are a few things that come in that just make you think a little bit more, that make you feel as if, well, I think I might be spending too much time in my head now, then know that it is only just in your head. Know that there's a way of making sense of things by relaxing, meditation, just getting comfortable, unwinding, and seeing the lighter side of life. And as we go into the year as well, you'll be able to get outdoors more, which I know will feel really good for you, getting outside into nature. So goals and desires, going in the right direction. Keep dreaming what you want to dream, because you can manifest what you want. You can bring into your life what you need. You are, in lots and lots of ways, the master of your own destiny. And there is a lot of fate and destiny out there. And obviously, if we knew how everything would work out, we would have no need to get up in the morning. We'd have no need to have our goals and our desires. And that isn't the way the universe works. That isn't the way our soul wants us to be. We've come here for a reason, and we've come here to go along this journey. You've come here for a reason. You're important. We need you. That, you know, it's valuable what you offer, your insight, your personality, the way you do things. We need to hear this. We need to know this. And so you're valued. Life works like that. So if you could tap into that inner reserve that you've got, that inner knowing that you've got, that spirituality that you have inside of you, it's very clear to me, and I'm sure it is to you, that you already have that. So there's an awareness that you can't shake off. You know it in your head, you know it in your heart. So if you bring that awareness down from overthinking or worrying, or spending too much time thinking when you've already thought about it and you already have the conclusion, so why would I go and revisit it? And bring that consciousness down to this area, to your heart, to that lower levels, your solar plexus even. Ground yourself. Things make more sense for you. Going out into nature really connects you spiritually and brings you back to you. This is beautiful. This is that transformation. This is going through the month and you realising, okay, February, I'm happy with February. I'm happy with the way February went. It's moving in the right direction. That's what it feels like. And then I got us a spirit animal guide card, and this one is Cosmic Egg. It's lovely, and it's because it's the cosmos, and it's about this transformation here. They are tied. I feel them tied, and you see how the it's actually a snake, isn't it? It's a snake that's winding around this cosmic egg. So this makes me feel really whole. It makes me feel like I'm open to suggestions from the universe. I'm open to ideas. I'm opening up my mind as well. Rather than just spending too much time overthinking, I'm opening up my awareness. And this card would ask you to do that. It would ask you to think about the transformation that's needed, because you're able to do that, and it ties in with the transformation here. Know that you've got this ability to get yourself out of any situation, which is what we got with the 7. Anything that's in your pathway, anything that's in your vision, anything that's on your journey. Know that there's a way of you working through it, around it, over it, under it, and unwrapping it, unveiling it. This is you being very consciously, cosmically aware. So it's a lovely omen. I do feel that. I feel that that beginning, that opening. So I'm going to say it as an omen because it feels like that, and it's a good omen. So this month for you, lovely Virgo, is going to be a month of you going through, knowing who you are at the beginning, very much sort of family feeling of the mother, the father, the son coming in, the parental aspect, the family unit, the roots that are needed here, finances going in the right direction, and anything that comes in that feels mental in nature, that needs you and desires you to spend only so much time on it, then allow that and then let the rest go, because too much time spent thinking isn't exactly what you want to do the whole time. You want to be out and you want to be free and you want to be open to the ideas and the information that wants to come through for you. So I think it's going to be a nice month for you. Do your best to enjoy it. It's February and it's a short month as well. So there's something about that as well. We're going to be into March then. So it's all unfolding, isn't it? It's all working out. And if in doubt on anything at any point, just meditate, just ask, open yourself up, be receptive to what the universe wants to give you. It's beautiful. So thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, it would be great if you liked it and subscribed. And thank you once again for all of your love and your support. It's just tremendous. And I'm very, very grateful. I really am. Have a great time, Virgo. I will see you in March. I am going to be putting up the weekly videos with just 1 or 2 cards, just to see what the energies are for us. So don't forget to have a look. If you subscribe, I gather you get a notification. So it'd be great if you sort of hopped over and had a look at those. So they're just very, very short, but they're really nice to see those energies that are coming through. So lots of love and see you March. Bye bye now.